top 5 UFO sightings caught on tape. The U.S. Department of Defense secret UFO program.
To maybe our favorite story of the day, the one that we mentioned at the top of the show, what looks to be a case of real-life X-Files, ladies and gentlemen.
Just this month, the U.S. Defense Department revealed that it had spent over $22 million on the, quote, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. Basically, the program's sole purpose was to investigate authenticated UFO sightings. The Department of Defense had previously denied that the program even existed for over 10 years. Along with the admission, some documented UFO encounters by the U.S. Navy were finally released to the public. In this clip, 2 Navy Air Force pilots encounter an object like nothing they've ever seen, all caught on camera.
Dude, this is a fucking drone, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is an LNS, dude. Well, if there's like... Look at that thing. It's rotating.
The pilots first think the object might be a drone.
Dude, this is a fucking drone, bro.
Until it makes a bizarre rotation that no drone would be capable of. One of the pilots also mentions eerily that there is a, quote, whole fleet of the objects flying in the air.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
NASA UFO cover-up. NASA streams a live feed from the International Space Station on the website ustream.tv. Some regular users claim that occasionally unexplained objects show up around the space station, but NASA then immediately cuts the live feed. Even though NASA says that the feed only goes down when there is a loss of connection with the station's camera, conspiracy theorists speculate that the feed is being cut for much more nefarious reasons, to cover up live footage of UFOs. In these clips, supposedly captured live by viewers, we see the appearance of some very strange objects around the space station. The camera then immediately switches to another view, or just cuts out completely. Chilean Navy UFO. Earlier this year, the government of Chile released a strange video shot by a Navy helicopter. As you can see in the video, the pilot switches between normal video and thermal imaging. The bizarre object is not visible on regular video, but can clearly be seen in thermal view. The craft seems to emit some strange spray or gas as it flies across the sky. This controversial video was released after 2 years of study and investigation by both the Chilean government and independent investigators. 8 governmental meetings were held to try to determine what the object was. A team of French analysts suggested that it was simply a medium-haul aircraft dumping cabin wastewater as it came in for a landing. However, this explanation was soon thrown out. You see, the unidentified object did not show up on radar as a traditional plane would. It also didn't respond to attempts at radio contact. And finally, planes do not normally release liquid when landing. In fact, given the warm temperatures that day, aeronautical engineers say that the plane would likely have immediately crashed to the ground if it had released water at that altitude. Experts in everything from meteorology to astrophysics studied the footage, but no one could explain what the object was or what it might be releasing into the atmosphere. The U.S. Department of Defense secret UFO program 2. This next clip was also made public after the U.S. Department of Defense revealed that they had been actively investigating UFO encounters for over 10 years. In 2004, Navy pilots Commander David Fravor and Lieutenant Commander Jim Slate were on a training mission 100 miles off the coast of California when they received a strange order to investigate a UFO. You see, for weeks, the local airbase had been tracking strange, unidentified flying objects on radar. The objects would appear on radar at 80,000 feet, drop down to 20,000 feet, then either zoom back up into space or simply disappear. One of these strange objects had been spotted on radar, and the two pilots were ordered to investigate. They were shocked by what they found. The object did not show up on their F-18's radar, but they could detect it on their thermal imaging camera. Commander Fravor said that the object was hovering in place over the ocean. The sea below it seemed to bubble and churn, almost as if the seawater were actually boiling. In the video, we can see the pilots continuously zooming in and out on the object, switching viewing modes, as if trying to figure out what it might be that they were seeing. Commander Fravor decided to fly directly toward the object to determine once and for all what it actually was. That's when the UFO suddenly darted away at incredible speed. Fravor said, quote, "It accelerated like nothing I've ever seen." He added, "I have no idea what I saw. It had no plumes, wings, or rotors, and outran our F-18s. The Aguadilla UFO. On April 25, 2013, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security was conducting a scheduled Customs and Border inspection from a Dash 8Q-200 aircraft in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. As they took off from the airport, they spotted a strange flashing light flying in the dark over the airfield and circled back. When they turned back, the light on the flying object suddenly went off. They suspected that it might be the small plane of a drug smuggler trying to avoid detection by turning off his lights. They began recording the flying object on their plane-mounted thermal imaging camera. What they found was certainly no small plane. The unidentified object can be seen moving very fast and low over the landscape. It then flies over the ocean, and this is when things really get weird. The object actually begins to dip above and below the ocean's surface, all without causing a noticeable splash or decreasing speed. Then, even more incredibly, an identical object seems to join the other craft, flying in formation. The source of the leaked video is unknown, but experts have authenticated it to be actual US Department of Homeland Security video. Oddly, the original clip was posted to YouTube, then taken down shortly afterwards. The clip you see here was posted by someone who had saved a copy of the original video before its deletion. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, please hit that subscribe button and be sure to click the bell to turn on notifications so you get an alert whenever a new video is posted.